National Grid, in a study cited by Bloomberg, suggests that the highway charging facilities will require as much power as is needed at a large stadium. So therefore, there's a shortage of charging facilities that'll be ready for large trucks to fuel up. And this is our focus of our talk today. This is Greg for Teslafaninsight. Thanks once again for joining us. If you're a first-time, welcome. If you're a repeat visitor, welcome back. We also want to thank our Patreon supporters. If you enjoy the show, would like more ideas on investing and trading, including Tesla and others, please join us. So when I saw this article come out regarding charging facilities, it definitely made sense that there'd be a lot of power needed to charge up large semis, and that power would be kind of at grid scale. This is in line with a large number of naysayers and others articulating that what Tesla wants to do with electrification will not work. And so we wanted to take a look at this dialogue from a few different angles. First of all, I wanted to highlight that I've actually interviewed executives from at least one or two power companies, like some of the folks involved in the Tennessee Valley Authority. And what they indicated is that they've built in a certain growth of power consumption already into their process, and that as they're easily able to plan and execute growth in power abilities to handle the additional demand that might come from both trucks and cars being electrified. The second thing that we wanted to review is almost in line with the arrival of this information from Bloomberg. It was articulated by Tesla through an Elon tweet for a look at what's going on currently in the brand new Megapack factory in Lathrop, California. So Tesla has been doing grid scale installations for years to a number of places. Australia is probably the largest place the installations have been done. But those power facilities are able to work in consort with power facilities that service, tens of thousands of people in certain regions, and in one case, an entire island. So addressing the power needs that might be there for a group of trucks that might be at a certain stop, I think is actually a lot easier than, what you might do when it comes to an island or a large city, etc. So what I was fascinated by as well is the fact that there's a valid concern about whether facilities will be ready as all this charging is going to go on. And that's where this video looking at the production going on in Lathrop is interesting. To my knowledge, this is the only grid scale production facility for electricity anywhere in the world. There may be others that are doing low volume, but it's my belief that sort of this is it. And so for those who don't have Tesla's capabilities, this is a scary prospect, because if you do put trucks on the road that draw heavy electricity and you don't have your own grid scale support in the form of megapacks, I think it puts you at a competitive disadvantage, because trucks from your manufacturer may have difficulty getting power needed to get goods to market. And so one of our working titles for our show was, for Tesla, the semi has 99 problems, but grid scale power ain't one because of the Megapack. So it's our thought then that where we are now is that we're potentially in a Tesla monopoly zone until competitors can A, start getting grid scale production that matches up on Tesla, and therefore their trucks could be charged up, but B, they have to get and sort of deconstruct one or two Tesla semis to facilitate being able to compete with that product once it starts showing up in a lot of places. The next thought I wanted to share is that as I've been studying the semi over the last 5 years, it really seems that operating with electricity at the level of the semi is almost like going to grad school at a really difficult school. The problem that you come up with is that if you don't have mastery of sort of small vehicles, scaling up to giant trucks effectively could be, and I think will be, very challenging to have a solution that is viable long term. So we're basically in a situation now where competitors haven't effectively dealt with their car solution competing with Tesla's in all aspects, including charging and quality of motors, etc. And now we're rolling up into the semi zone where you don't have, it's an infinitely more difficult execution because there's a lot of heat to be dispersed along with the large number of batteries. There's regenerative braking. There are all kinds of things that are now popping up as we jump into the larger vehicle. So I believe that this is a situation where Tesla likely ends up with a monopoly for a decent amount of time until we can see competitors coming in. One of the lurking question marks about the semi is that Elon has chosen to sort of share very little. There's been a lot of sightings of the semi, a lot of people listening to it, noticing speed and other aspects. But in terms of sort of ripping the hood off and noting the differences between old and new or technology related to small vehicles, there's sort of nothing for competitors to work from as a tool for being able to replicate what Tesla's doing. I am finally kind of shocked, surprised by the fact that when you look at Daimler and some of the other major makes, there really wasn't a solution to the Tesla Semi in 2017 when it arrived, and Daimler and other competitors quickly scrambled to sort of find a way to put a product on the streets that would facilitate their ability to compete once the Tesla Semi did arrive. And so the Semi is a good 4.5, 5 years late relative to when we thought it was going to come out. But it doesn't seem like that time that these large competitors had allowed them to close the gap in technology, battery, charging, etc. So as a result, I just think that a well-executed, well-done semi like it seems Tesla has will provide a monopoly and excellent profits for Tesla for quite a while, and potentially deprive competitors of the resources needed to respond. And we shall see how it all plays out. But to conclude, we'd have to say that, yes, Tesla has 99 problems, but powering the semi is not one, and this is terrific news for Tesla. Wanted to move on to our health tip for the day. As we've discussed previously, the fact is that we're in the winter months, and vitamin D is highly recommended as a way to help the doldrums related to less sunlight on a daily basis. In a multi on a daily basis is what was recommended by the healthcare professional we spoke with. At any rate, this is Greg for Teslafaninsight. Thanks for joining us. Tschüss, au revoir, lehitrot, chodahafez, zdravstvuyte, ni hao ma, konbanwa. And in Jamaica we say, enough respect, walk good man. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day, and bye for now.